Tube socks.
Tube socks.
Look at this. S15. R32 GTR. Drew's big fat heat. And a PS13. Give me some skin on that. Yes, boy. Well, we've got an absolutely banging one for you today. Yeah, we say this in Superzest all the time. We shoot a lot of stuff, diverse stuff to make sure you're all covered. But I personally, and I know Drew does too, love what we've got for you today. So this thing in the middle, genuine R32 GTR. That's not a GTR bumper, that's a GTR car, right? Got an absolutely beautiful S15. And then if you're fancying something a bit older than that, another absolutely beautiful, murdered out PS13. And yeah, three boys are down. We're back at our favourite location. We're back at pole position driving training. And we're hoping to bring you some amazing shots and some info on these absolute mad cars. So, let's see. Right, so Kieran, this is your PS13? Yep. Don't tell us a bit about it, because I love it.
Had it for a couple of years. Cost me $6.5 grand because
Still?
because it was basically scrap. It was as clean as anything car, but it had steel wheels on it. Half the engine was missing, and somebody had cut a bonnet vent into it and
that was
done
just
it with
all
Halford steel.
That was just all chassis on Gumtree back in the day. I just had a look under this thing. It's had all the subframe powder coated. He's got new bushes in there. I see a nice shiny front mount underneath. No rust in this car. It's simple, but it's super clean.
Yeah.
And like this could easily went to a scrap heap, but you've saved an absolute treasure. I think the first thing that strikes me about this car is you've got lovely black with gold Vertex seats, just like sticking out the wing mirrors, like the wing mirrors, the windows. Yeah. Before we go to the engine bay, right? I really like his Project Mu wheel nuts. I didn't even know Project Mu made wheel nuts. It's just one of those companies that like they just make really nice shit.
I've had some already done as well. Just basically the usual stuff in it.
Yeah.
Super no oil cap. I like that. That's
sick.
I mean, that was like one of the last ones that were there. Like, you can't find them for like it's Honda and Nissan thread. It's the same. You can't find them for them anymore. So I've got a Garrett G25 660 for going on it. A Walton Motorsport manifold.
Oh, they're tasty. They're really nice.
And like injector dynamic 1050X injectors. And a radium engineering top feed fuel rail for going on it.
You spend some money on this thing.
Yeah, that's why I'm skint all the time.
I woke up early on a Sunday afternoon, staring at the sun steady shining through my room. My patience went thin, but then again I don't trust him, cause if I just apply myself, see every star I can touch him. Ain't no room for discussion. I don't sing like Drake, I don't dress like Wayne, and no, this ain't T-Pain. Someone say he plain, but fuck it, I got some issues, got engaged to the game. I swear to everything.
So this is Tom's S15. He's about to join us right now, and yeah, from what I gather, it's a pretty simple car, but it's cool. Yeah. So what are we talking here? I can see front mount intercooler.
Yep.
Valve cover painted. We struck brace.
All that was done.
Coil rods are real nice too.
Yeah, I got that done recently at Automech.
And these all have these lovely like cooling panels.
Again, that came on it. Lucky boy. Yeah, the previous owner had good taste, but next year a lot will change on it.
So you're saying you're planning for full paint on this?
Yeah, full respray. One thing that the previous owner did bad was the rear arches. He tried to roll them. I don't know why.
I actually noticed that as you drove in.
Yeah.
Like that's proper like.
That's the good side, so we'll just keep it. The interior's pretty standard. It's got a bright bricks in the driver's seat, but apart from that,
Yeah.
Nardi personal, likewise gear knob.
Just a simple little setup. It's nice.
Yeah.
I love Japanese car mats. Got the Silvia mats and all that. And big old dildo. Like if you really need to roll gears, you're really gonna get that first second. Oh. It's okay, I'm not gonna crunch your selector.
It's alright.
Actually, it does feel quite nice to be fair. Do you remember back in like 2005, it was a craze, they have like 3 gauges here, and it just meant you couldn't see when you were turning right. It was absolutely awful. But this one from the factory, probably because it is from the factory, it actually doesn't impede your view. It's quite nice. So no, I've just found the best part of this car, and that is, if you haven't had squares, where have you been? Like squares are the most underrated crisps. You don't get paid for this. I just really love squares. I just back the product. Do you want one? You were saying earlier.
I'm okay.
That's actually a really nice wee touch. Drew's just after pointing it out. So this originally came with a little triangular brake light and the centre post for the wing, but this boy's had it removed. The previous owner, yeah?
Previous owner, yeah.
That's a nice wee touch. Actually, I think I like it better. Look at it.
It's quite common. A lot of people do it, but
Is that like the Evos when they cut the wee snout off the bumper?
the price of them now, the spoilers, like the whole aero kit,
yeah.
people just stop doing it because,
Are these genuine?
yeah,
Damn, there's some money on this car.
once it gets used for it, yeah.
More when I was not around. Certain people that I know, they ain't know what got bound. More when I was not around. Certain people that I know, they ain't know what got bound.
3 years ago, how much do you pay for a GTR? Now they've gone up in price even more since then, but they weren't cheap cars back then. How much do you pay?
£17.50.
Man won it in one of those raffle things. What was it?
7 days performance.
Mate, you see it on Instagram and you're like, well, that's cool, but like, who does that happen to? Him. That's who it happens to.
3 times.
I know, different companies. It's not all 7 days. It's not as if he works there and he does a wee backhander. Like, you just.
I've just made myself a mistake at man in Scotland.
Listen, it's only jealousy because you don't have an R32 GTR.
I've never parted with it.
No, I don't think you should.
And it certainly cost me a lot more than £17.50. It's insane.
It's okay, he's put the money back in. And I was just saying earlier, right, I absolutely love the GTR interior. It doesn't matter what they're in. If you got the GTR, you got a real nice interior, but you've got something special to go in this car.
Yeah, I've got full Nismo leather with Alcantara. I'd like to say I didn't cut any corners. If you're going to buy it, you might as well buy right first time. So I bought the Nismo, the actual genuine Nismo stuff to go in it. So the front and back seats are getting changed. I've actually when you were sitting there, I put in another dash in it.
Are you?
I've just done it. Like, there.
Oh, aye. Oh, mate, what is this? Excuse me. So what ECU you got in this right now? Is it the ECU Master now?
The stock, the ECU Master's actually in the middle of shipping right now.
Is this like an OBD2 thing you've got?
Yeah.
Oh, right, okay.
And it'll work with the ECU Master ECU as well, so
I'm looking to run something similar off the Speedwino.
turn my ignition on it all light up and everything.
So where did you get the Nismo clocks?
They were in the car when I got the car.
So many lucky boys here today.
It's got Nismo downpipes, equal length downpipes, which is why it's got a different sound.
Yeah, makes them sound so much cleaner.
Then it had a full Nismo system, which I've still got, but it was too quiet. So as you've seen, I just
You've improved it. You've improved it.
But with the GTR,
Different.
yeah,
Is this aluminium?
aluminium bonnet, aluminium wings, aluminium doors, aluminium boot lid. The only part
Never
of the
knew
car's-
that.
I mean, it's got hybrid turbos on it now. Grady oil filter relocation, a Mocal oil cooler down the front. Mishimoto upgraded rad. Tricks and everything else. HKS filters, obviously. HKS twin dump valves, which are getting blanked off because I'd rather have the char than the
Are these individual coil unplugged from the factory? Or not? They are?
Yeah, but you've got a control box at the back there.
Oh, right,
So the
okay.
R35 coils are all smart coils.
Yeah.
So it does away with this.
Run 3 wires to them and you're done.
I've got Bosch 1000cc injectors coming for it with the ECU Masters and obviously all the sensors and stuff. And let's say it's going to be 500 at the wheels, hopefully.
I was just saying this earlier, like I love the real GTR, the RB26, like the ITBs. Nobody puts ITBs in a turbo. To be fair, the gains are probably minimal, you get it in driver feel, but it's just such a nerdy, nice thing. Like it's so cool to have them on there.
It's the sound that comes off it, eh?
Yeah.
It really is. I mean, even though it's going through a turbo and everything, there is no sound like it. Like,
Yeah.
and that's full chat. I mean, you're hitting 8,000 RPM before you hit the rev limit. In a straight 6.
In a straight 6 with a turbo, like that's NA kind of RPMs there. Like
The original colour of the car was silver, that's why it was grey under the bonnet.
oh right, okay.
If you check the door checks and the bootlet and under the bonnet and everything, it was all done. But that's just more like a primer grey, so it was just left.
Yeah, it doesn't look bad to be fair. It doesn't look bad.
Well, I quite like it because at one point I might put it back to the silver.
Right, okay.
But every time I look at the colour, I love it.
That's a really nice colour on it, mate. It is a really nice. Is that a GTR colour or is that
off the R35?
right? Okay. Oh, it does. Yeah. I've seen ones like that.
And it's actually a really rare colour in the R35. It was the only one in the world at one point. This colour. It was the first one.
You're joking.
And then a boy in New Zealand done it.
This 32s we're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Daigo Seto.
Yeah.
You seen the one he's building?
I have, aye, yeah.
I don't know if I have.
That colour. And then the fanboys come out and started painting their cars the same. So I think it's seven or eight I know of at the moment it's been painted this colour. And that's the only thing that would make me change the colour from what it is at the moment. Is the fact that it's no longer unique. But the colour is...
It's a nice colour.
Especially when the sun hits it, it changes like a really nice gold colour. And in darkness it looks grey and it's weird. It's just...
We love a bit of flip, don't we? We love a wee bit of variety. That's what I love about Japanese cars. You come out and shoot some boy's Ferrari and then you can shoot it a year later, it's exactly the same, but like these cars are constantly evolving. There's something wrong in our heads because like all three of these cars have big plans for the next wee while and it's a never ending thing, but you know, you're chasing that perfection.
Blow sick, man, I've been high. I serve a guy who the dope is. Hopeless, what I used to be. Now I'm moving packs of that potent pressure. If love is a drug, I need extra. I don't look to people, look to the one who poured and don't even measure. Killing beats give me pleasure. Please call the medic, this beat came to me on a stretcher. In the lab, I step to the mic and feel like I'm Dexter. I'm a man, dark world, but I'm still shining like treasure.